Hi everyone. So the title of this is How to Make Money While You Wait. And I'm going to get stuck right into it really practically. Firstly, making money. Unless you've got a job in the mint, the way people make money is via receiving it. When we use the terms making money, we're talking about how do I receive money if I wait, i.e., how do I receive money if I'm doing nothing? That's generally what people mean, because we're conditioned to believe that you make money by putting effort in, and we certainly do. But it's not the only way. It's just one component of getting the right mix. There are millions of people in the world, many of you watching here, who work really hard and work long hours, and yet the longer hours you work doesn't necessarily tie into receiving more and more money. Billionaires didn't work harder than most people work. I know people who work in rice fields or selling food here in Thailand who get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, go shopping, cook the food, sell it at the market and finish their day at 8:30. So PM, right? And then get up at 4 o'clock the next day. That doesn't make them billionaires. It makes them hard workers. So putting in work is important. It's crucial, but it's not the only component of the mixture. So how do you make money? How do you receive? Now that's a huge key. You attract it. You receive it. It is given to you or comes to you because of something that you are, that you offer, or that you do. So it's not a matter of sculpting money. It's a matter of how do you open up to receive what you need and what you're worth and more. That's the key issue. And the beauty of attracting and receiving is you don't necessarily have to be doing something for that to be operating. You're receiving your breath when you're asleep. When you're awake and walking and working and running and exercising and whatever, you're receiving your breath. But you still receive what you need while you're asleep. So it's quite viable, it's quite understandable that we have the ability to make money while we're waiting, as well as when we're doing something in exchange for it. So what's that common bottom line? That when you're working hard and doing things or active and busy, and when you're waiting, you're resting, you're relaxing, you're waiting for the right timing, you're waiting, pardon me, to be called on stage, right? And the common thing, in the simplest terms, is you're alive. But a life isn't just being alive. It's a highly creative activity. Your body is being highly creative while you're working and while you're sleeping, while you're resting and while you're doing. It is creating energy. It's creating new cells. It's rebuilding parts of your body. It's having dreams and creating new ideas. And it's those rebuildings, those ideas, those imaginations and visions that are the seeds of what people do that attracts to them resources, that attracts investors, for instance, or attracts someone to pay you money for doing some work for them or with them. So how do you make money while you wait? Bottom line, access and be conscious and maximize your creativity and harness it consciously. The more consciously you can harness it, the more you'll have seeds to grow into productive products, productive actions, productive directions that people will pay you for. Let's just put it really, really simply. So the point I'm getting at is one of the most overlooked places, at least consciously overlooked places, for making money is while you are waiting. Because you're in a highly receptive, highly creative state without distraction. That's what you need to harness. Now, the reason this came up in the first place is I do a particular skill I've got a real talent for, among other things, a thing called human design, which is a very clear and accurate and detailed way of understanding your unique way of operating, your unique ability to do, your unique ability to receive the support you need so you can do what you're designed to do, and how to operate it, how to make great decisions so you do what you're designed to do when you're designed to do it, and with the support that you need so that you can do it elegantly, effectively, successfully. And how you know it's working is because you feel good about yourself. You enjoy doing what you're designed to do. And you find not only are you good at it, the more consciously you do it, the better and better and better you get at it. And that's the beauty in this, because one of the things we were told very early when I was first looking at human design is the importance of waiting. And I came up with this idea, well, how do you make money? And clients used to ask me, yeah, I know I've got to wait for this to fall into place, and then, but how do I make money? I've got to pay my bills. And I've experienced that. I mean, how am I going to pay my bills until this all develops and evolves into a place where it's now a viable business or a viable activity, or I've developed a skill and promoted myself enough so that people know what I do? But how do I make money while I do that? And again, just to repeat what I said earlier, the answer to that is to utilize the time that you're waiting in the most highly creative way that you can, not in a way that's standard, because everyone is uniquely different. That's something human design makes crystal clear. It's not just a philosophy, it's a brutal fact. Everyone is utterly uniquely different in the way they operate. And they bring different gifts to the table, they need different things, and they put it together in a different way, and they make decisions in a unique way that's correct for them. And all that can be identified. But it also makes it crystal clear that waiting is a part of the game, and it's not there to test your patience. I mean, it does, but it's not there to test your patience. It's there to be part of creating the best expression of who you are in a way that attracts the maximum amount of abundance that you need, that will support you being even better at what you do, or coping with the challenges that you have in your life. And it's recognizing that waiting is not doing nothing. It's a highly creative activity. And you can utilize that. And then you combine into it a couple of other things. One, your makeup and your design is made up of a personality which gets activated, really activated at birth. And it's the thing that most people have focused on for thousands of years. Each person has a unique personality. But that personality is tied to and has the opportunity to express itself in a human body. And that body has a unique design that's separate but joined together with the personality. So you can see that your design has a personality, and you could say your personality has a very particular nature and design. And your design, or let's make it simple, your body has a unique design of its own, and the two have to work together. And I'll show you this in a moment. And you also have a whole part of your makeup that's neither one nor the other, but it's open and receptive, which makes you, in a sense, vulnerable to the world, which can be difficult, and it does create difficulties. But the asset is it gives you the capacity to receive and attract what you need. And that is meant to match and marry with your personality and design put together. Your personality and design define what you're designed to do, and the openness, the undefined part, is what you use to receive. And from what I said, this is going to be incredibly important to making money, especially while you wait, because it's an attractor and it's what's active, because it's still open and receiving while you're waiting. While you're waiting, your personality and your design, your personality and your body are sort of in neutral. They're waiting for the right timing. When do I enter the stage where, when's the best time to place this investment? Will I buy this lottery ticket now or wait for 2 hours and buy it later? Is this product ready for market? Is this something people would buy? If I've got a lot of it, if I'd sold it at the market tomorrow, would they buy it? There's all that happening. So let's look at it in a really practical terms. Now, just wait for that to drop. Okay, this is my chart. I've got a couple of other people here, and I've also got the chart of what's happening right now. And I want to illustrate this, not in terms of teaching a lesson in human design so much as really illustrating what I've said. Because this is a human design chart. Everyone's got them, but they're different. Have a look at those two. They're very different. Because the coloured parts vary from chart to chart. See, those colours are different in that arrangement. It's different to that arrangement. This one doesn't have the yellow one at all. That's the map. And within that, you've got a black segment, which is the personality I was talking about, what happened at what got activated at the time of birth, and you've got this design part that was activated in the womb. And this is more to do with the way your body operates rather than the way your personality operates. And when you put them together, you get the black and red combined together. And all this coloured stuff is a map of how you're designed to do what you're designed to do. That's all you need to know at the moment. Just get that clear. Everything that's black and red and all those coloured squares are a detailed, intricate map of my unique way of doing things. And all the stuff that's white is a clear map of how I'm designed to receive the support I need to do what I'm designed to do. When I'm waiting, the coloured stuff is on pause. And there's things going on there as well that vary from person to person, but it's quite an insight. But when you are waiting, the white stuff is operating full bore and unimpeded, because it still operates when the coloured stuff's working, but often the working of the coloured stuff can, in a sense, occupy the attention of the white. And there's a tendency for us to try and use the white stuff to do things, which blocks it up even further. So here's absolutely profound key to receiving what you need, including money, while you're waiting. Learn how to stop trying to do what you're not designed to do and use it for receiving and attracting and being creative, selecting from all the input that you're getting, internally and externally, the creative pieces that you can use to create something that people will give you money for, one way or the other, whether it's an investment or whether it's a product, whether it's a service, whether it's turning up as your beautiful self if you're a model, being a great hairdresser. I mean, but that's the time when those creative juices, as they say, really flow. And you know, in the coloured part of you, when your inner authority goes, yes, and your intention is, I need to make money while I'm waiting. You know, I need to make money. I've got this great plan, but I'm still 6 months out, 2 years out, 3 days out. How do I make money now? You get your creative juices flowing and then pick and choose exactly the pieces that show up, that really give a big yes in the part of you that's designed to do, because that's what you will work with. Now, if you're finding you're sitting there for days and weeks on end and nothing's coming to you, then first thing, stop doing what you're not designed to do, because it's pretty much an indicator that you're blocking it. Now, that assumes that you feel the need to increase your money, to make money, in a way that's different than what you've done it till now. And this is why the openness is so important. Because if you're going to make more money, you're going to need to be more open to things that you haven't done till now, Otherwise, you would have done them and they'd be making you money. How to make money while you wait? Get your creative juices flowing. Allow them to flow, not work at them, not think. I mean, I'll give you a couple of examples. Again, my chart, thinking about it in a pushing, stressful way is the easiest way to block up all the great creative ideas I've had. All the greatest creative ideas that are unique to me, that help me be really good at things like human design, numbers, astrology, science, and marry them together in business. All those unique ideas that I didn't get from anybody else. Maybe somebody mentioned something about it, but then a whole new insight to it came to me. All of them through 70 years of my life have come through moments when I'm open, relaxed, and just enjoying myself. Or if I'm under pressure, which I can be mentally, when I meditate. Those moments when the pressure is the least. Now, if you know anything about human design, my creative juices flow when I'm around people who know what they want and are hell-bent on manifesting it. That's something I get from looking at the more detail of the white stuff here. And what I'm doing while I wait is rebuilding my energy, because my job is when people go, I want you to energize me with this project or this work or this idea, when they plug into me, that's when my energy needs to flow. Now, one last thing that's a key to this, when you look at a chart, there's the design, there's the personality. The personality has this channel in my chart. This is a good example. Every chart's different. The design is different. It's got another channel of its own. So it's quite different in its focus. And then when you put them together, it activates this. And this particular channel is my ability to contribute in a positive way, to add new flavour, improvements you might call it, like cooking a dish and just taking the taste to a new level because you add some salt or you add a special herb or a special ingredient or a little bit of cream just to smooth it out so it's to a person's taste. That comes when my design and my personality are in sync. When they're not, and trust me, this happens a lot. I've experienced it many decades in my life, and I have many clients who experience this as well. When they're out of sync, then if you've got one of these channels, and each person in a different way has a different story here, but if you've got one of these channels, and particularly when it's to do with contributing to helping people in their practical lives, you know, improve the flavour of their experience, of themselves, of their business, of their presentation, of their golf swing, then it's crucial these two things be in sync. And what is happening while you and I are waiting is these two things are working out their issues and getting in sync. So not only are you open up so your creative juices can flow and you can use your inner decision-making process to pick the eyes out of the best stuff that flows through, that's attracted into your life, the people you draw to you, the experiences that you have, the opportunities every day brings. Not only is that what you do and what you're very focused on and actively doing while you're so-called doing nothing and waiting, not only is that happening, but while you're waiting, your design and your personality are syncing up, and that can make a major difference to your income, to your creativity, and to opening up the possibilities you have of what they call making money. Receiving money for doing what you're really designed to do, opening up to new ideas that you can point people towards, guide them, counsel them, or invest in, build, supervise, oversee, where you can do what you're really designed to do, because not only are your creative juices flowing, but within you, what you're doing is in sync. Your mind and your body are working together, and that makes a person highly attractive. And this is the substance behind the old, 30, 40 years, the law of attraction. It was a great idea, and like most things, it starts like a great idea. And when you look, it's been around for hundreds and thousands of years anyway. But what moves it from being an idea into being a practical reality that works with you and for you is what I've been talking about. So let me just give you a couple of more examples so you can get an idea of this in action. Here's a friend of mine. Now, he's very different in his design than me. I'm someone who provides energy. He provides motivation. He gets the ball rolling. That's what he's designed to do. And he has a body that wakes people up. When you're around him, his natural behaviour, whether he's conscious of it or not, is to give you a chance to wake up to how to take care of yourself when you're expressing yourself. And his personality is a great storyteller. He talked to many, many large audiences of people, told them stories that woke them up. Right? That was 20 years of his life. He was doing pretty much that. And then you put them together, and here's the crucial thing. When he gives himself enough space, there's the appropriate amount of waiting, patience, rest. It's not just rest, because there's also downtime or time when you're just opening up and seeing what life has to offer you, or what other people are bringing to the table, what they're really offering. And it's stimulating your creative juices, and you're seeing where the actual opportunities to make money lie. But when that's happening and his personality and body are in sync, he becomes someone who can truly motivate people to open up to what's possible in this situation. Say in a business, in an IPO, in how you could raise this child more effectively. What's the next stage in your relationship? And the skill that goes with this is a unique ability to do that in a way that's generally socially acceptable, that people like. Because there's a sense that you're doing this because you want to do it, but you're doing it for them. And in a way that you're trying to make it relatable. And that is worth its weight in gold. That's how he made his living in a major part of his life. And in a completely different way, in investment now, that's how he's doing it. Here's another person. Now, this is a great contrast because look at her design. Very active. Here, great ideas, loves to be busy, very focused, and out to help other people. Big time. Busy woman. I know because it's my partner. And here's a personality. Open, flexible, not defined. And it's very simple. If you treat this person well, they'll treat you well on a personality level. If you treat them badly, or you misbehave or whatever, you'll get it reflected back. But in terms of the body and the design, give me something to put my energy into. But it needs to be something that gives her space to rest and reflect, to wait. And when you put it together, you have somebody, this is the one channel that has the two of them, half black, half red down here, 42, 53. Now, I didn't design it, I didn't pick it because of this, but I just looked at it before I started and went, oh my God, this wraps it up. This is a channel that's associated with creating physical abundance. It's to do with maturing and balanced development, which is fascinating because the black gate, the 42 gate, is about expanding resources to maximize your potential. So it's about abundance that comes with maturity. So when this person takes care of their body, because the body's very active and very busy, and takes time to reflect so her personality can put things in perspective, then she's in a good place to do what needs to be done to create abundance. But to do that, she has to take time out and take care of herself. It's exactly what she's been doing the last month, taking care of her body. And it's extraordinary to watch how this operates in real life. How as her body gets better, her focus and her ability to get her feet on the ground and deal with money in a very practical way rather than an idealistic, dreamy way, which again makes her more attractive because people who know how to take care of money attract more money than people who don't, right? And at the same time, while she's resting, she's opening up to the survival strategies and the things that she's good at doing that will help her survive, and opening her heart and her mind to help from other people. And they can guide her. And when they guide her, that is one of the best resources and assets she can get. And it's purely a matter of going, okay, thank you for helping me with my health. Now, how can you help me financially? Or what have I discovered in the last couple of months or the last period of time that I can leverage so that my financial situation is far more effective, and that when I do the work that I'm designed to do, this is a busy lady who's there to help a lot of people. When I do the work, I don't stress myself out. I work on things that I truly am satisfied working on. I work in a way that benefits many people and in a way that I get really well paid. I leverage my talent so I get the best return on investment. Now, you can take that up to a high-level global investor all the way down to someone planting a rice paddy. Exactly the same principles apply. And that's the beauty of this, that she discovers that while she's waiting. The part of you that wants to make money is waiting so that it can get itself into the place with the resources, with the people around it, with the preparation and the openness so that you can discover and receive what you actually need, not just whatever's randomly out there. And to do that requires being more and more conscious of what a gift this body is and this personality within the body is, and taking the time to learn to get the best out of it. And when you do, all that time that you called waiting to make money turns out to be preparation and opening up to receive it and taking care of yourself, that when you're doing what you're truly worth being paid for, whatever that is, what you've got the opportunity for, when that's there, you're ready to receive it and ready to go with it. You know, many times in people's lives, their life breaks down for all sorts of reasons. But one of the major ones is life is trying to shake you out of something that isn't working. Help you discover what will work and set you up to get the best out of it. Now, not every circumstance is like that. There's all sorts of other things going on in life. But if you feel you're stuck, then actively, consciously, openly embrace the waiting. Now, that means in some cases sobering up or dealing with issues and all sorts of things like that. But don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I got too many issues, so throw out the waiting. Deal with the issues and keep the waiting, and let it become what's attractive about. How many people are really attractive because they're cool? They just wait until the right time, in the right place. I mean, that's great music, a great band. You know, they know when to pause, when to hold the space. And they're being paid to do that. So learn to hold your own space. And if I can help you in any way do that with my skills, with human design and many other skills that I've got, hey, I'll be more than happy if you're really committed to this. I'm not interested in just intellectually debating it or talking about it. No, if you really want to come to grips with this in real life so it benefits you, I'm available. I'm sure there are many other people as well, but I'm here for that. I want to bring out the best in people because it brings out the best in me. And I'm willing to wait until those people are attracted to me enough to work with them, because I've got to prepare. And so do you. A baby is born and we wait years before it starts making money. But all of it is the lead up. All of it is the preparation. And how good that preparation is makes a big difference in the teens and 20s and beyond. So I've said enough. So happy to work with you in the future if you want to. If this benefits you, put it into practice. Don't theorize about it. Don't waste my time asking millions of intellectual questions about it all. Don't. Put it into practice, find a better way, then tell me. You know, say, hey, that doesn't work as well as this. And I'll go, thank you. And we'll work together on it. Or I'll be just grateful. In fact, in so many cases, it's such a blast when someone does it better than I do. I mean, I was a teacher for a long time in my life, and to see a student exceed you, to see one of you really grasp this and make a fortune out of it would be so much fun for me and so good for you, and then let it spread. So God bless you all, and talk to you again soon.